The Chakralytics Show.
Namaste. Symptoms as teachers. In this video, it's like a follow-up video of the previous video. I would like to dive into symptoms and dive into personal experience, so lived experience, and I would like to show you some examples of symptoms that I have experienced, and maybe show you in this way how we may perceive symptoms as teachers, and embrace them, moving towards them, meeting them, and exploring to what they are pointing to a deeper layer of consciousness. So, first of all, if you have any questions that arise during watching this video, I warmly invite you to ask them in the comments below, or if you have any reflections or want to join the conversation, I warmly invite you to do it. And if you appreciate the content that we're creating, I warmly invite you to like and to subscribe, and to dive into the topic. When we do inner work, when, for example, we're going through a spiritual awakening process or a deep transformational process, it's like an unfoldment. So things will come in our experience, and we will meet them, and we will dissolve these experiences. So they will point towards stuck emotions or misaligned belief systems or samskaras or past trauma. And we will work through them, and then afterwards something else will pop up, and then something else will pop up. And that's how I've experienced that life will unfold. So we will experience beautiful things in life, and we will experience challenges in our experience to work through. So it's an unfoldment in this way that when we start doing inner work and we start working through these, working on self-alignment and working on inner freedom, we may, or what I've been experiencing is that life is unfolding in this way and gives us what we need to self-align, to deepen our self-alignment. But in the last video, I've talked about disease as how we may perceive disease as a teacher, and symptoms as a teacher. So I felt it would be, I think it would maybe deepen the case and genuinity of what I've been explaining in the last video, to show some examples of what I've experienced, and the symptoms that I've experienced, and what I've then experienced on deeper levels of consciousness. So I think to start with the root chakra. So for me, what I've experienced was that when I was working on financial security and financial safety and the feeling of feeling supported, and when I felt limited in this, or I felt anxiety in this, I have experienced eczema on my feet, and every time when I would fall in this reaction mode of feeling anxious around these topics, this would come back. So that's what I've noticed with other areas as well. When these topics are coming in our experience, so when we experience contraction around it or anxiety around it, or it comes in our experience, these symptoms will agitate. So that's what, and also when we meet them and we start working towards them, we're focusing our attention on these symptoms and what is underlying it. And it can very well be, or what I experience is that for a certain amount of time, these symptoms can become visible, very visible, or will show themselves. So we can really experience them. And by working through it, at some point, I've experienced that these symptoms then would subside. So that was for the root chakra. There was eczema on my feet. So when we're doing this inner work and themes will come up, we may experience these symptoms again, or symptoms that align with our contracted state of consciousness. And that's what I said in the previous video as well. I would now, because I've been working in this way for years now, so my trust has deepened in this process, and I would ask the symptoms where it's pointing me to, and I would focus on the symptoms, on the deeper layers of consciousness where it is pointing me to. Okay, so then on the sacral chakra, when I was in my younger years, I did have a lot of sexual encounters, and I would have a bit of a partying lifestyle, and I would have to go to the doctor regularly for STD research, and I have experienced some STDs in that period, and one of those STDs, and I think it's very familiar for those of us who are sexually active, or sexually active, because I believe 80 or 90% of the population experiences the HPV virus when they are interacting in casual sex, and in sex, and mostly around the age of 20, so in their earlier stages. So for me, that has been something that has come into my experience, and I would regularly, when I would have a sexual encounter or something, because there are warts, I'm just saying this, but these would come up then again, and I would feel a lot of contraction around intimacy and around intimate relationships, and romantic relationships, intimate relationships. And I found in a lecture on this as well that for dissolving this virus, it could be very helpful to dissolve traumas, underlying traumas. So for me now, it's been, I think, 5 or 6 years that I haven't been into sexual relationships with others, just to self-heal, to focus on self-healing, to focus on these underlying traumas and underlying contractions, and dissolve these. So that's another thing that I would like to address, is that when we're doing inner work, it doesn't have to mean that we dissolve something and it goes away overnight. It may be when there's a lot going on underneath the hood, and when there are many contractions, and sometimes we aren't yet on that level of self-understanding, and maybe a lot of inner work has to be done. It can very well be that this can be a longer process for self-healing. So it's quite a devotion as well if we compare it to, for example, medication, or which provides often a fairly quick fix. But now we are really focusing on root causes, and so that our system, from my perspective, from my belief, may heal itself. And it's my belief, I trust now, and I surrender to the process. Or yes, I'm exploring this, and I'm deepening my trust in this process, and based on what I've experienced with other symptoms, that when I will dissolve these traumas, these underlying contractions, these symptoms will fade. So if we look at the navel, I would say, I would often say like navel chakra and maybe solar plexus chakra, like two different, but we could say them as one chakra field, or with condensed, where condensed energy can form. But I often feel condensed energy or in the navel or a little bit higher here. But I've talked about this in earlier videos, that that I have had issues with digestion, and I think it could also be focused on the lower chakras. But I think that digestive fire and that ability to digest, and for me it was also focused on the ability to digest past experiences, so experiences that I've gone through, and also digest the situation where I am currently, or where I was in. So digest that that my life has taken another turn than I expected, than my ideas were of how life would unfold, and it took a different turn. And for me to digest this whole process, and once I worked through these contractions and digestions and these fears around, digesting then, which had built up, and around food and around these past experiences, my digestion started to flow again, and it started to work again. And what I said before, now I just eat what comes into my experience, and it flows again. I could say I feel inner freedom in that area again. So same was with trust or fear, and I would experience like acid refluxes as well. That was very much at the same period of time. And heart area, when I've been working on heart area, I have sometimes I could feel like eczema or agitation in the armpits. Self-acceptance, self-love. Then throat area, and here this area for me, it has been with chemicals, smells, and perfumes, and it was very much aligned with truthfulness and with honesty and self-expression, and yes, authenticity, I would say. And I would experience here contractions in my throat, and like coughing, and very low in energy at that point in time. So yeah, so that's and then I would just I would slowly integrate again perfume, or now I have deodorant on, and I would do it, and then I maybe react on the smells or something, and then I would go to those deeper layers of consciousness, and I would sit with it, I would meet it, and I would work on dissolving those. And sometimes when it gets too much, or then I would set it away for a while, and then on a later moment in time I would start reintroducing it again, and in this way I experienced more freedom again in this area. So I was I'm just naming examples right now. So another example is that I was with my sister just last weekend, and she said, "Oh, okay, but you had a lot of hay fever when I was younger, hay fever reactions, and I haven't heard you about it at all. I haven't seen you having those reactions at all, and yes, I have been experiencing a lot more freedom with this as well. I have been meeting these reactions and working on those deeper layers there as well. And I've been experiencing. We're now in May, so I've been experiencing a lot more freedom in this area as well. And I have to say, for me, it feels in every area of lived experience when we start doing this inner work and start dissolving things, and it may be in relationships, and how we relate to one another, and starting a business, or in every area of our lived experience. There may be contractions, and once we start meeting those contractions from a place of knowing and unconditional love and unconditional acceptance, these contractions may dissolve, and we may start experiencing a lot more freedom in this area again. So yes, I think for us, what we offer in this is with Chakralytics, is a Chakralytics platform where we can do this self-exploration. We are focusing on the 7 chakra system, the commonly known 7 chakra system, and what we perceive to be their core themes, or we have 3 themes per chakra. Within these 3 core themes, we have again 3 dimensions. So for example, root chakra has environment and safety as a core theme, finances and stability, and physical health as a core theme. And so every chakra has 3 core themes like this, and we provide a tool for self-exploration, so with assessments, so that you can perhaps discover your inner energy landscape, and where you experience contractions at this moment in time, and where you experience freedom, where you feel that you're thriving. And in this way, we also provide a chakra sadhana course. It's a twice daily practice that I've been using now for quite a while. It's like a steady daily ritual twice a day where we can create the space and the environment, and in a ritual way, where we can meet these contractions and working on dissolving, meeting these contractions, embracing these contractions, and dissolving these contractions with unconditional love and acceptance. And so that's it for now. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, that arose during this video, or you would like to share some of your personal reflections or your experiences, I warmly invite you to ask or share in the comments below. And if you appreciate the content that we're creating, I warmly invite you to like and to subscribe. Thank you for watching. Namaste.